What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trick 10s. On today's episode, I am going to be working on my own personal stuff. I don't do that a lot because it doesn't pay the bills. Unfortunately, it's like the barber shop that barber needs a haircut. You know, he cuts everybody else's hair and never has time for himself. It's kind of the boat that I'm in, no pun intended. Regardless, guys, I got this cool trailer here behind me. It's an aluminum trailer. I picked this up dirt cheap. Now, obviously, it needs some work, but a trailer like this size, it's gonna cost you upwards of over $4,000, and I got this thing for $300 so it's a pretty good deal in my opinion. I mean, hell, you can't even buy the tires and wheels that are on this thing for 300 bucks, let alone it is an I-beam aluminum trailer. I'm gonna turn this camera around. I'm gonna show you guys what we got, what I plan to do with it. Y'all know how this works. Let's get right into it. All right, so check it out, guys. This is a really sweet trailer. I mean, it's nice. Now, it was set up with like a big wakeboarding boat on it. So you can see that they've got this big thing here. It's kind of bent up, and this is basically just like a saddle that they attach between two bunk boards that are on here. These bunk boards are humongous, but I mean, the wood is still in good shape. Needs some new carpet on it, and I'm thinking that it's actually going to work fine for what I'm going to do with it. What I'm planning on is cutting these down. Now, I'm going to take this board and either cut 3 inches off the bottom, or maybe I'll cut 3 inches off the top at that same slope or at a different slope. I gotta see, because this is gonna be sitting underneath of that tracker PT190 over there. The trailer on that's kind of shot, and it's not terrible, but it's on the way out, and I saw this one for 300 bucks, and I was like, man, there's no way I could pass this up. Worst case scenario, I'll just fix it up a little bit and sell it, and probably sell this thing for $2,000. But I'm gonna try to make it work for me personally, because if I can fix this up and put maybe 300 bucks into it and have a trailer for $600, well, that would do me a lot better than selling this thing and then having to buy a trailer for $4,000. So look, I'm going to show you why I got this trailer so cheap. Right here, the axle is split. In reality, the lady had this thing for sale for like over $1,000. Nobody wanted to buy it because they didn't want to deal with the problem. And not only that, they couldn't transport it. It was sitting at the marina, and they didn't have anybody that was going to come out there and weld it on site, and then they were going to have to deal with paying for that. So it was a hard sale with the broken axle. Now, if she'd asked me to fix the axle, I would have just welded this axle up for like 100 bucks, and then she probably could have sold this thing and made a lot more money, but she didn't really ask. I don't know if she knew that I was a welder, but I saw it. My buddy John sent it to me, and he was like, bro, go pick this trailer up and flip it. And I was like, man, I'm just going to keep that sucker. I'm going to make this thing work for my tracker. So it looks humongous. I mean, it does look really big for this tracker back here. I mean, this is a 19-foot tracker. It's not a small boat, but the trailer that's on it is very small. It's a standard stock tracker trailer. It's not galvanized. It has this like Galva shield. It's basically paint. And this up here is what worries me. Now, it's nice having the swing arm on it, but I've seen a lot of guys that are in these Facebook tracker groups showing pictures of this thing where it's broke right there. It's got rust on it. It looks just like mine. This is a 2015 trailer, so it's not that old, but I mean, it's a 10-year-old trailer. So that scares me. And I mean, the rest of the trailer is in good shape. So I could probably still sell this trailer, make a little bit of money off of it, because it is nice. And it does got, you know, new wheels and tires on it that I put on here. So, you know, I think I'll be all right. A little bit of rust on there. It's just surface rust, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, this trailer, the way these bunks on here are, obviously it's perfect for this boat. It was made for it, and it's got just 2 bunks on it. That's it. And if you measure from the top of that bunk to the ground, it's 25 inches. When we measure on these bunks to the ground, it's 28 inches. So if we drop these bunks down 3 inches by cutting them off like I was talking about, I think we'll be good. I am going to remove this off the back, because I measured this trailer from this back cross brace right here up to the front winch eye, and it is damn near identical to the same trailer that's on the boat. It doesn't need to have all this excess hanging out the back though. So we'll take all this off. We're going to take these bunks off, obviously. We're going to probably shorten them. I don't know if I'm going to just push them forward. Probably not going to be able to push them forward much more than a foot without running into an issue with it pinching right here. So I am gonna have to shorten them because it's hanging off the back at least 25 inches, and we're gonna have to cut that down. So I'm gonna do that, get these bunks off of here and start cleaning them up. What I'm gonna do with this axle that's broken is jack it up in the middle, weld it back to where it's nice and straight again. Then I'm gonna plate over it, and we'll just hit it with some cold galvanized paint. Eventually, I might replace this axle. I don't know, but for now, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Once I weld it and paint it, it'll last a while. I'm gonna have to redo these here. I mean, the other trailer doesn't have these on there, but I think it would be nice if I had 2 more bunks right here to hold the front of the boat and kind of saddle it up there. So I'm probably just gonna make 2 more bunks for that also. And then up here, I might move this back. You can see it's got plenty of room here where we can shift this back and forward. So I'm probably gonna move that back a little bit, and obviously I'm gonna have to adjust the height on this to get this to sit perfectly with that boat. But I mean, the thing's sweet, man. It's a nice setup, nice trailer. The aluminum is perfect. I mean, there's no issues with it. I think the trailer is a 2013 or 2015. I mean, I had the title for it. Title and everything, 300 bucks. It does have brakes. That's one thing that I'm not really big on because boat that size, I don't need brakes. I might take these brakes off of here. If nothing else, I'm just gonna disengage them because I don't need brakes for this size trailer. And if you have brakes on it, they're gonna wanna inspect them. So if I could take them off easy enough, I'll just take them off. If not, we're just not gonna use those. But pretty sweet little ride. It's got some nice wheels on it, brand new tires. Wheels just need to be cleaned up a little bit, but they got nice wheels on it. I like it. The only issue with this is it's 18 inches wider than the original stock tracker trailer, which at first I was like, man, I'm gonna shorten this. And I started looking at it and I was like, it's really not that necessary because inside of both of these verticals on the back right here for the guides, well, there's 99 inches in between here. And that boat, the tracker has a beam on it in the back. It's 96 inches. So I'm just gonna bend these in just a little bit because you can see they're already kicked out a little bit. So if I bend it in just a little bit and get these to where they're close, maybe just move each one an inch and bring it at 97, that'd give me a ½ inch gap on either side. I mean, that's perfect. The only difference is that this tire right here is gonna stick out a little bit farther. And that's just because of the way the trailer's set up. If you look at this trailer, it's a lot tighter inside where this tire attaches because it's just a lot smaller trailer. So, I mean, it tucks in the side of the boat, basically. It sticks over the side of the boat here, maybe an inch. So this will be sticking out 9 inches more, just where the wheel's at though, because the spacing on the actual frame of this trailer is pretty much the same as that one is. So I'm gonna just fix this trailer up the way it sits. I'm gonna put new bunks on it, and I'm gonna swap the boat and put it on here and see how it sits on there. If I have to shorten it and make it a little bit smaller this way, I will. If not, I gotta do something with this trailer. It's been sitting in my driveway for a month and a half, and I gotta get this thing out of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this thing in the garage, and I'm gonna get the rest of these bunks and stuff unbolted. All the hardware on here looks pretty new, so I'm hoping I can get that apart pretty easily. It is looking like we might get a little bit of a storm. I don't know. I might be all right then. I might just do it where it sits. Regardless, I'm gonna strip this thing down, and then we'll circle back once we get fixing this axle. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, so I got all of the bunks removed from the trailer. Now, some of these brackets right here, they got some rust on them. So, honestly, since this is my personal boat, I might remake these brackets. If I'm going to remake them, I'm going to remake them out of stainless. I mean, the size of them is perfect. I can just go ahead and put some holes in them. There's no need to put all of these holes in here. We can just put like 2 holes in here, and that'll be more than enough. And I probably will do that because there's no point in me doing all this work and not replacing these brackets because obviously they got some rust on them. But I got this trailer jacked up for the axle, and you can see now it's tight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this up, and I'm gonna put some tacks on here either side. And once I get it tacked, then I'll remove the jack and grind it up underneath the bottom. The whole thing, I'm gonna weld it up. And then I'll build some plates that are gonna go on here, and I'll sandwich them on here and scissor them up, and then I'll weld them solid, and I'll paint all this. And I'm gonna send this. This will be good for, I mean, probably at least 5 years, but there's a good chance that in the next year or so, I'm going to change out this entire axle. But this is just going to be enough to get us through, get this boat build finished up so I can drop the tracker on here, because I get this damn trailer out of my driveway and do something with it. I am going to go ahead and take these bolts out of here, and I'm going to shit can these. I'm going to get some new pieces for those. I might even use stainless too for this too. This is basically just a 2-inch square tube. I got some stainless 2-inch square tube in the shop, so I'm gonna put some new pieces in both of these and get these things finished up too. New bunk boards up here. I'm gonna reuse these bunk boards right here, cut them off and wrap them in carpet, and we'll get this thing finished up. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, so check it out. Now, the other night, I got these bunk boards and stuff off here, and last night, I did it off camera, but I went ahead and took all the brackets and stuff off. You got all the U-bolts on the ground, all the hardwares for them right there. Now, I don't have a good way to cut this wood. I don't deal with wood very often, so it's not something I'm really set up for. Now, what I really need is like a table saw that I could run this thing through, but I mean, this wood is super thick, man. I mean, it's a good 3.5 inches thick, and I like to cut off at least 2.5 inches off of that. So I don't know. I do have a table saw at work. It's set up with a metal blade, but I could put a wood blade in it. I'm thinking that what I might do though is just ask my neighbor if he can help me cut this, because he does carpentry for a living. He actually helped me do a lot of work on the house and the remodel, and I know that he's got a table saw set up and a chop saw. He can cut this in probably 30 minutes tops, both these pieces. And I think it'd be better for me just to do that. I'll pay him 50 bucks or something to help me out, and that way I don't have to mess with it. So that's what I'm gonna try to get him to do tomorrow. But tonight, look, I took the pieces that were on there, and I know I was talking about making them out of stainless. I might still end up doing that, but for the sake of time, I just went ahead and cleaned them up pretty good, and I hit them with some cold gal. I mean, they'll probably be more than fine for the trailer. Eventually I might come back and replace these with stainless, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. So my plan now is to try to finish this axle. Now, I did weld it up as solid as I could get it. Look. So I welded up both sides on here. I mean, this is pretty tough welding because it's galvanized and it's rusty, so the bottom of this thing is shot. I'm gonna let my hands up inside of it pretty good. So there wasn't really any way to weld on the bottom, but I made some pieces for that. This is 1x3, 1/8 inch thick flat bar, and I just cut these at 2 feet. I ran them in the roller to give them a little bit of a roll today. So my plan is to go ahead and grind this trailer around where this piece is sitting, and I'm gonna weld this in solid, and I got one for the top and one for the bottom. I'll clamp these together and suck them down tight. Go ahead and get a good weld on there. I really don't even think I need to add another piece here. I might still add a little piece on here, but I don't know. I think with this top and bottom plate on there, that's gonna be probably more than enough to support this axle. I mean, the boat that's going on here, it's not very heavy. I mean, it weighs less than 2,000 pounds. And then these pieces, well, I got the tubing out of 3 of them. The 4th one of these pieces was seized up, and when I twisted it, it broke off, and it's kind of overkill. I mean, this whole trailer is made for like a big, heavy ocean boat, and these are pretty overkill for what I'm going to do with it. So I'm thinking if I can't get this other threaded piece out of the other one pretty easily, what I'm probably going to do is just get a kit for this. You can buy the U-bolts that come with the upright and the bracket attached to the wood, because I mean this is basically not really going to be holding much weight up here at all. It's just more because I want to have extra, and I have the room for it. So that's my plan though. If I can't get the piece out of there and reuse those, then I'm just going to buy the kit. It's probably like less than $100. I can get 4 brackets to go on here, and then I already have 2 bunks that are already carpeted black I could use if I do that. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm going to put you guys on the hyperlapse. I'm going to weld this out solid, and I might start putting some of these brackets back on here for that wood. I don't know. We'll see how late I want to stay up. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, so check it out. Now look, this wood underneath this carpet, I mean, it almost looks brand new. It looks really good. It's a little dark out here, but I know you can see that that wood is fresh. You can see what we cut off 3 inches. Now, I was going to ask my buddy down the street to help me with this, but it's already late. Obviously, it's dark. It's like 8:30 at night, and I have stuff to do every night until about this time. It's about the time I get to start working on my stuff. It's 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'll work till 12, 1 in the morning. So he's not going to be available to help me do this. He's a little bit older than me, and I know he's not going to do this. So regardless, I want to get this done. So I'm trying to get this thing finished up. So I went ahead and I rip cut this. Now, I don't do a lot of wood work, but I got this cheap little skill saw, and well, the cutting depth on it was only like 2 1/4 inches max cut. So I had to actually flip this and cut it twice. I mean, it was pretty close. You can see that I got, you know, a couple little spots there that it just didn't meet up perfectly because I had to put lines on both sides. But it really doesn't matter because that's the bottom. Nobody's ever going to see that. I know you guys have heard the saying, if it ain't broke, fix it. Well, that is a very true statement in certain circumstances, and other things it's not. Like something like the carpet that was on here. The carpet that was on here was so crappy, it was a pain in the ass to take off, and it wasn't really doing any good for the boat sitting on it because it turned into dust when I pulled it off, and it just was a nightmare to get off. You don't want to let this carpet sit on here until it turns into dust. If you see that you got a rip in your carpet and it's starting to tear or deteriorate, go ahead and replace it. You can literally take these bunks off your trailer and recarpet them in an hour. You can buy the carpet that goes over these in strips, so you don't even got to cut it, from Amazon. You could do both these bunks for like maybe $40. That's it. It's not hard. And this is something you can do in an hour. Make sure you guys stay up on this. Another thing we're talking about trailers you want to stay up on is going to be this strap right here. Now this one is tied on. Look at that. That's a no-no. This is like $10, $12, guys. Do yourself a favor and go buy a damn strap for this, because this is something you definitely don't want to use it until it breaks. I'll tell you that much, because if that thing breaks, you got bigger issues. So replace that. But now that I got this cut, this is the size I want. I might actually come back and just trim a little bit off of both ends just because it's got a little bit of wear on the ends, but it's 10 foot. And the pieces that were on the tracker were actually like 10 foot too. So I think they're gonna be fine. So unfortunately, I still got one more to do. So I'm gonna get the shitty carpet tore off of there, and I'm gonna make that one look just like this one. And I've got some carpet in there, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to do both of these. So I may have to put this on the back burner for a minute, but I just want to get both of these cut so that they're done and ready to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and weld up underneath the bottom side of that. I didn't get that done the other night because it started raining on me. But I do want to finish up this board because I hate doing woodwork, and I want to get this woodwork done first. So I'll put you guys back in hyperlapse. Let's get back to work. All right, so check it out, guys. I did go ahead and cut this other piece of the bunk board in here, and this one's in pretty good shape too. It was actually a lot heavier, like it had some water in it, and it was harder for me to cut it with the saw, but regardless, it's done. Now I have to get some bunk board carpet for this. I do have one piece of bunk board carpet that I bought for building the second dolly cart. Like you see, it's underneath this boat right here. I need to have another dolly cart over here to go underneath of another boat because I got 2 bays in here. Still haven't built that yet, but those are 2x6s. These are a whole lot bigger, and the pieces of carpet that I ordered are big enough to do one of these, but not 2 of them. So I'm gonna order some more carpet for this, and this project's gonna take me a little bit longer to finish this up. I'm also gonna order the kit for the front. I'm just gonna shit can these pieces because it's overkill. Don't really need those in here. I'm gonna order the kit that has the pieces where I can put like a 2x4 up here with the bunk boards for that, and then I'll be able to finish this thing up. But I did go ahead and finish up this axle. The axle looks good. Now I welded the piece on the top and on the bottom up underneath there, and I went ahead and hit it with some cold gal. I'm gonna come back and drill a hole in the center of that, just like I did over here. That way it has a way for the water to escape if it fills up inside of there or it rains on it or whatever. It needs to have a hole in it. But the trailer, it's about 65% done, and it's probably going to take me another 5 or 6 hours to finish up this whole project and take this to the water and put the boat on it and then adjust the trailer and stuff. So the fact that this video is pushing 30 minutes already, and it's going to take me a while before I can get back onto this project, I'm going to go ahead and call this video right here. But man, this is a sweet trailer, $300 trailer, and it's gonna be sick when it's done, guys. All right, guys, so we made a lot of progress on the trailer build. Tonight is Wednesday, May 7th. It's almost midnight, and this trailer is sick. I mean, to pick up a aluminum I-beam trailer for $300 is insane. We're gonna make this thing sick. It's literally like halfway done though, and we're already pushing that 30-minute mark. I don't really want to sit on this video for another week or two to finish it up and make it an hour long. We're already at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to drop this video to you guys hopefully tomorrow. I still got to edit it and put the thing out to you guys, so hopefully it makes it. I'm trying to drop 2 videos a week for you guys. I do have a cool project that's coming in on Friday. Buddy of mine, Bradley Phillips, is driving here about 6 or 7 hours away. His boat was on the channel about a year or so ago. I mean, this dude has a brand new well built. It's a sick build. It's like a John skiff. It's gonna be really cool. He's bringing it here. We're gonna finish it up for him. It's probably only gonna take me a couple days. Hopefully we can wrap it up and drop that video to you guys next week. But this trailer is gonna have to sit in the backyard for a couple of days until I can get back onto it, because I still have other boats in here. I got other boats at the shop. I have a lot of cool videos in the making that are coming down the pipeline, so you guys do not want to miss this. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys next time. Let's get back to work.